Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Global Football News. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe, like, comments and share. Highlights. Barcelona and Real Madrid continue to battle for Neymar. Messi becomes a factor in the Neymar transfer saga. Ivan Perisic joins Bayern Munich on loan from Inter. Mourinho, Man City's B team could win the Premier League. Napoli accelerates move for Icardi. Neymar, the first war. Real Madrid and the Blaugrana going head-to-head to sign Neymar is nothing new. Back in 2011 both teams were looking at ways to add the superstar to the squad. It was actually Florentino Perez who reached the first agreement with both the forward and Santos. It was decided that he would join after the 2012 Olympics in London. But the Catalan giants managed to swoop in and turn the operation in the favor, with Neymar eventually arriving at the Camp Nou in 2013. Barcelona and Real Madrid continue to battle to secure the signing of Neymar, and not for the first time. The Brazilian is far from the only player to cause a transfer tug-of-war between Spain's two biggest clubs. Paris Saint-Germain know who they would rather deal with, and with the fan backlash against Neymar in the French club's Ligue 1 opener against Nîmes, PSG fans called for Neymar to leave the club. Ultras unfurled banners featuring X-rated messages. The position of the Brazilian in the French capital is rapidly becoming untenable. According to Marca Spanish newspaper, Messi attempts to convince Neymar. Messi becomes a factor in the Neymar transfer saga. Barcelona has advised the Brazilian to reject Real Madrid's advances. Lionel Messi has entered the fray as speculation over a transfer for Neymar continues, with both Barcelona and Real Madrid desperate to sign the Paris Saint-Germain forward. The Argentine doesn't want his friend to play for Los Blancos and called the 27-year-old to advise him against agreeing a deal with Barcelona's rivals, instead urging him to return to the Camp Nou. The relationship between the two players is excellent and has been demonstrated on many occasions alongside Luis Suarez, too. The attacking trident gave so much to Barcelona when they shared the same dressing room. Messi feels a special affinity for his former teammate. The bond between the two has gone beyond the pitch. The respect and admiration they feel for one another is total and absolute. Neymar has always recognized how playing alongside Messi has aided his growth as a footballer. At times, being at the command of Messi helped him when both played at the Camp Nou. Messi did all he could to stop Neymar leaving the team's attacking trio 2 years ago and has since said that Neymar would be pleased to return to the club. If there was any doubt Messi had forgotten this has been disproven by the two's recent telephone exchange. They are friends and it's a relationship Messi is keen to develop further, as exemplified by him telling the Brazilian to turn his back on Real Madrid's interest. Messi is more than just Barcelona's captain. His opinions and desires play a huge part in the club's decisions. There have even been occasions he hasn't needed to express his views for President Josep Maria Bartomeu to make sure he is as comfortable as possible. This was proven at the end of last season when Messi, alongside the rest of the Barcelona dressing room, backed coach Ernesto Valverde to stay on for the following campaign, despite many fans wanting a change on the sidelines. In the case of Neymar, his future is more uncertain given that Messi's teammates can vouch for the Brazilian and influence his decision. The desire for Neymar to return has been reflected in the Barcelona players requesting that the club pursue the forward. In reality, however, there's no need for every player to demand his return because Messi's contentment in playing alongside both Neymar and Suarez is enough. Messi's happiness is the most telling thing for those at the Camp Nou. Now with Bundesliga news. Bayern Munich have confirmed the arrival of Ivan Perisic on loan from Inter. With the Croatian filling the need for a winger the Bavarian club have held since the double departures of Frank Ribery and Arjen Robben. A summer of speculation has followed the Croatian international, with it made clear Antonio Conte didn't see him as part of his plans moving forward. Bayern Munich's summer-long pursuit of Leroy Sane ultimately ended in failure and the Perisic deal has come along at the right time. Ivan will help us immediately with his international experience, Hasan Salihamidzic explained. He's good technically and can play in various offensive positions. Perisic arrives as the fourth new face at the Allianz Arena this summer with Lucas Hernandez, Benjamin Pavard and Jan Fiat-Paul signing earlier in the window. The deal is a one-year loan due to run until June 30, 2020, yet there is an option for the Bundesliga champions to make the move permanent. I promise I will give everything every day to win many titles with Bayern, the player added. Perisic returns to the German top flight after spells with Borussia Dortmund and Wolfsburg, and it was with the former where he had his greatest success, winning the league and cup double in 2012. Now with the Premier League news. Jose Mourinho isn't giving his former sides Chelsea and Manchester United any hope of winning the Premier League title this season. Instead, believing that Manchester City's B team stand a better chance. He responded when asked how many teams could have hopes of winning the title. Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool and Man City's B team. When I looked at City's bench Saturday, the players not involved could even fight for the title. Quote, Frank Lampard's time on the Chelsea bench could hardly have started worse, but the Portuguese thinks he'll benefit from having less pressure. With the transfer ban, he has less pressure, he added. Chelsea have a young team and they don't have to fight to win the Premier League. With United, the Portuguese is expecting them to qualify for Europe next season. United hammered Chelsea 4-0 in their opening game of 2019-20, but it did little to change Mourinho's view of them. They have to be confident, but I don't think they're going to fight for the title, Mourinho continued. They can finish in the top 4. In the Europa League, which is what they will dispute this season, a team like United have to win. Now Italian Serie A news. Mauro Icardi understands that he has no place in Antonio Conte's plans at Inter, especially following the arrival of Romelu Lukaku, and that has seen the Argentine linked to move away from the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza in recent weeks. Juventus have been one of the sides to have shown a strong interest in Icardi, but it is Napoli who are looking to make a push to bring the 26-year-old to the Stadio San Paolo. In fact, Corriere dello Sport have reported that Napoli head coach Carlo Ancelotti has already spoken with Icardi to try and convince him to join Napoli. First it was Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis who contacted Wanda Nara, Icardi's wife and agent, but now Ancelotti has looked to do his part to try and persuade the striker to make the move to the south of Italy. Ancelotti hopes that Icardi's desire for revenge, the chance to play in the Champions League and a prominent role in the starting lineup will be enough to convince him to sign for the Partenope. Just as they did with Costas Manolas earlier in the summer, Napoli are banking on Icardi being tempted by the allure of being a key player in a Champions League side. De Laurentiis understands that in order to sign Icardi, Napoli must act fast so as not to allow Juventus the time needed to generate the necessary funds to acquire the number 9. In terms of the economic proposal that Napoli have offered, Corriere dello Sport state that Icardi would earn €8 million a year plus bonuses. However, they would have to discuss the player's image rights during the negotiations, often a sticking point when it comes to Napoli signing players. Hello everyone and welcome our briefly day transfer market. We will have all the latest news and rumors surrounding the summer window throughout the day. Tottenham have reportedly offered Christian Eriksen a major contract renewal offer, as they try to convince him to stay. However, he isn't believed to be willing to stay beyond his current deal. Valencia appear to have pulled out of the race to sign Rafinha Alcantara. Fiorentina are now said to be interested in the midfielder, even though the Brazilian was hoping to sign for a club competing in this year's Champions League. According to Sport, Bale does not want to leave Real Madrid and is even considering suing the club for mistreatment. If the Welshman does not leave this summer, any hope of signing Neymar would diminish due to Bale's salary. Juventus are expecting a bid from Paris Saint-Germain for Paulo Dybala. with the French champions eyeing the Argentine as a potential replacement for Neymar should the Brazilian eventually depart. According to Calciomercato, PSG are willing to buy out the player's image rights, which had previously proven a stumbling block for other sides negotiating his transfer. According to the Daily Telegraph, Roma are keen on the loan signing of Alexis Sanchez, who is out of favour at Manchester United. The James Rodriguez soap opera continues. Zinedine Zidane has made it clear that he doesn't want the player, with Atletico Madrid and Napoli his only suitors. Now, according to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Napoli have given up on signing the Colombian. Well, that is everything for today's transfer and news. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow. More global football news.